Let's go to third scenario. How to call this class members in another package class. So suppose I want to call in variable type programs package. Okay, variable type programs package. How can we call them? So create a new class there and call all the members. But what are all going to be visible here? So what are all going to be visible here? So it should be visible only if they have another package, right? Another package means they should be visible, which is having a public access modifier. If you want to access in another package, so you should have only public access modifier. Otherwise, you cannot access. So how can we do that? So let's go that and see how can we achieve that. Call static members in another package class. So another package class I'm calling. Another package class I'm calling. So another package class we can call that. So let's see. Now, see, follow the formulas. Again, everything on the formulas. See, scenario 3 is here. How to call one class static members in another package class. So the first step you need to do is import them. Import. So which package class you are going to call in this current package, that package name dot class name you have to write with the import keyword. So import you have to do. So always remember, other package class members if you want to call in the current package. So what is the first step you need to do? Import. So do import. Once you do import, you will get access to that package classes. So this package class and members you can use in this another package class. Okay, so that is the reason you have to do import. So what is the question? So if you get a scenario, another package class members you want to use in another package, then what is the first step you need to do?
Imports.
So that's the, so import, remember this, anywhere this is the formula. It doesn't matter, another package classes or interfaces you are using in some other package. What is the first step you have to do? Import. So use import and that package name dot the class name or interface name. If anything, this is the procedure. So first thing, let's see that. So first formula. Go here. So how can you access one class static variable in another package class? How can you access one class static variable in another package class? What is the formula? Class name dot static variable. Always, if one class static variables, if you want to call in another classes, only one formula, class name dot static variable. So I already told in the system class, and I explained yesterday. And today also we are covering the same. So you write the class name, this class name members, which variables will be accessible there out of these 4 variables, which variable will be accessible?
The 3 variables.
Default, public.
Default, protected, and
Default,
public.
Public.
Sir,
Except
another package just now I told.
Only public, sir.
Only public. Default where you can access, sir, in the same package only, right? That means you are not strong on the theory. Default where you can access, sir. Same package in any class, sir. You have to remember that statements. Statement is the implementation. If that is not remembered, you cannot implement the code. You cannot implement the code. Highly impossible if the statements, if you don't remember them. Okay, so but here see only one variable is visible. L only visible. Why L only visible? And why these are all C is not visible, I is not visible, F is not visible? Sir, realize now at least Venkat Reddy. Why only L is visible?
Yeah, okay, Ramesh.
Others also, whoever so made a mistake. See why other variables are not visible. What is the reason for this is not visible, this is not visible, this is not visible? Why only L is visible? Did you guys realize or no? Why C is not visible?
Since it
Because
is
the
a
private,
package.
sir.
It's a private only.
So where you can access the private?
Same package.
Huh?
Same package.
Same class.
Same package.
What
Same
is this,
class,
sir?
same-
Why same
same
package,
class.
sir? Private
Same
means what I
class.
told you.
Same class only.
Same class. sir.
Same class only, not same package. Same class only. Even other class also not visible. That's a privacy, sir. Private means, I want private room means what? You can only stay there. Nobody else, right?
Sorry.
That's the private means, at least remember like that, at least the real social environment, you will use these keywords, right? Real life also. Private means nobody can see you. So only where you declare this, so private members, only in that class only can access, not in another class also. This is the class level. And the default is a package level accessibility will be provided. Protected is package level plus subclasses. If you apply inheritance, only then is visible. Public means anywhere. That's why it is visible all the places. So only L is visible. I told you already, public related members only in another package you can access. That's why this is the public. That's why you are able to access. This is the value. You got 100. Directly 100 we cannot write, right? So what you need to do? So you have to write like this. See, automatically import statement added here. Third line, observe the third line. Observe the third line. So import package name dot class name. package name dot class name. So that's it. And you can access this. Next. What is the next formula? How can you access one class static void method in another package class? Class name dot static method. Okay. So class name dot static method. So what is the class name? This is the class name. So division method. See, everything as per formula we are following. So no change in that. Next. So how can you access a parameterized method? So class name dot, because that's a public. That's why that's going to be visible. Any two integer numbers. Execute them and you can see the output also. In the console, the print statements only will show in the console. Nothing other than that. Only print related statements will show in the console. Because you are printing with the system.out.println, that's why it is printing. So next, how can you call return type static method? How can you call return type static method? How can you call return type static method under main method in another package? So data type of the method. So variable name, class name dot, but these are not visible. Why? They don't have a permission. So this doesn't have a permission. Why it is not visible there? What is the reason? What is the reason it is not visible, this method?
Because there are no parameters.
Sir, here also no parameters. So, but why you are accessible to this one? Parameters were accessible to, what is the difference, sir? Is there any relation with that? You're not reading at all. What should I do, man? So nobody. Why it is not visible, Srivani? At least you tell me. You are also silent today. What happened? Are you there? Sharif, why it is not visible there in another package class?
Sir, because default, sir. Default. Because this is not.
It is the default.
See, it has a default
Default
access modifier.
connection.
Default access modifier means where it is accessible.
Within the same package. Sir.
Within the same package, but this is in this package, right? But we are calling here. We are trying to call here. That's why it is not visible. So I need to change the permission. So I'll change the permission to public. giving more privileges, more permissions, then it is going to be visible here. See now, so the data type is double data. So rand val equal to class name. So this is the class name. See, already imported, one time import statement is enough. Dot generate. See this method name, colon, data type, and class name. Which class this method is available? This method is returning what type of data. Next, you can execute the code. This is the one. So next formula is how to call return type static method in print statement. So write a system.out.println, and that also you have to write. So foreign heat temperature is foreign heat temperature is, but that also not visible. Why? It is a protected. So if protected means what you need to do? You need to change the permission. Protected also not visible. See that if you write and you will come to know. See here you call the class name dot. That method is not visible. Convert to, see that method is not visible at all in the panel. It is not there. Reason? That's a protected. Protected is not visible in another package. Not possible. Only public is accessible. Public related members only accessible outside. Other things are not accessible. Okay. So that is the main concept of this. And so if you want to access, just go and give the permission here. So make it a public. So make it public. $30.5 capital F. That's it. So run this. See, it is 6.9. Okay, it is 6.9 Fahrenheit temperature for the 30.5. So that's all about different methods, how to call in the other packages. 3 scenarios I have covered. Same class, how to call static members. Same package, another class, how to call. Third one package class static members. How can you call in another package class? So these are the 3 scenarios. Very, 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 very special. Last one is right. That's the mostly you will use in the Selenium. Other things also you will use, but so Selenium already developed in different packages. You want to call them in your package. That means third scenario. So it all so if you practice them properly, every day you practice and it will be easy for you, Selenium. Let's go. Last thing. static import. So we did a normal import. Now we will do static import demo. Static import demo. Static import demo. Static import demo. Just what is static import? First you need to understand. So we did a normal import, right? Then what is static import? If you do a static import used only for static members. Normal import you can do for a static and non-static. But static import you can do only for static members, static variables and static methods. If you want to access in another package, you will use a static import. So what is the difference between normal import and static import? If you do a static import, and you can call the methods and fields of a class directly without specifying the class name before the method, before the variable. So basically it improves the readability of your test code. And how to do that static import? Just do that. Import static package name dot class name dot static member. Or you don't want to import one by one. You want to import all of them at a time. So then you can call import static package name dot class name dot star. Dot star, if you put all the static members of this class, you can call directly. See, you can call directly static method name. You can call directly static variable name. You can call return type methods. Like a same class, they will behave. So they will behave like a same class. If you do a static import, even in another package also, they will behave as a same class members you are calling. So let's do that static import. Import static package name. What is the package name? Method programs dot class name. So you want me to show one by one, or later I will show you. See, the pain is, you have to do multiple imports. So now I can call L directly. See, I can call L directly. So 100. See, if you do one more import, instead of doing multiple imports, I'll show you after this. I'll show you. Maybe I want to call division method. You can call division method directly. You don't need, again, so class name not required. Even in another package also, if you do static import, you can call directly. So that's the advantage with this thing. Instead of importing one by one, I can just do this. I can just do this. So what you can do, instead of doing all one by one, you can just put a dot star. So you can comment out these things. You don't need. So if you do dot star, automatically everything will be from this class can be accessible. See now, swap method. So any two integers you can give. So that's it. So even return type methods. Return type method you can call directly data type. So variable name equal to return type static method. So data type is so double, right? That's a double data. Rand val equal to return type static method. So that is generate random data. Generate double random data. So you can print the value. Okay, so that's it. So these are the methods you can call directly. See, I'm not using class name before the methods or variables. So we can call convert. So this is the one. Okay. So that's all about static stuff. Any questions before moving on to the non-static? If you're not talking, I'll keep moving. Okay. If you have doubts, you should ask. Otherwise, I don't need to waste time, right? So no questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So non-static methods. If a method doesn't contain a static keyword, then that method is called non-static method. So access modifier, return type, method name, parenthesis, and curly bracket, method body. Inside you can write the logic and end the curly brackets. Every method starts with a curly bracket, ends with a curly bracket. So parameterized instance method. So static method, non-static method difference is mainly static has a static keyword, non-static doesn't have a static keyword. So parameterized instance method means if a method contains parameters, then that method is called parameterized instance method. So access modifier, void, method name. So data type, parameter 1, comma, data type, parameter 2, comma, data type, parameter 3, like that. You have multiple parameters you can declare. And access modifier is a public, void. So set emp name string. So this is the data type is a string and parameter name is a name. See this, I can write only one parameter, I can write 2, I can write 3. So it's up to you how many you want to declare parameters. That's the parameterized methods syntax. So non-parameterized method syntax is parameterized void method syntax is. So access modifier, void, method name, you can give method body or logic. So method body or logic. So that's the how can you create the methods. And next we have without void keyword. Now with void keyword only we have seen, right, the non-static methods. So let's see without void keyword instance method syntax. Access modifier, data type, method name, parenthesis, so logic, and return the variable. So this is the access modifier, data type, method name, so logic, return the variable. And So access modifier is a protected. So data type is a string and method name is a get emp name. So see the return type here. The return type keyword here is a string data type. That means this method is returning a string data. So then access modifier. So another one, another parameterized return type method. Access modifier, data type, method name, bracket, data type P1, comma, data type P2, and so on. You can write the logic, return the variable, return the variable. So and this. So this is say return keyword is only for return type methods. So this is the 4 type of non-static methods. How can you, okay, you created 4 type of methods, 2 void methods, 2 without void methods, and some instance variables. Again, same formula, same procedure we'll use. Static, how we implemented, same we'll implement for the non-static also. We'll create a non-static members class, and they will declare the non-static variables, non-static methods. All the non-static variables I'm going to use in the non-static methods. Please read and non-static variables and come back so that it will be easy for you. So how can you access or execute non-static members under main method or any other static method? So the answer is by creating object for the class. So how can you, why you need to create object? We access to call the non-static variables and non-static methods, you will create object. So if anybody asks, why do you need to create object for a class? To access the non-static variables and non-static methods of that class. So how many objects you can create for a class? It's up to you how many objects you want. So same class variables will store in all the, for example, 10 instances you created. That means 10 objects you created. So all the 10 objects, these same variables will go and store.
Heap memory.
Heap
memory.
Okay, heap memory fine. My question is, so all these variables will go and store in the 10 memories or only one memory?
10 memories, sir. We are not using
10
static
memory.
So each variable and will go and store in the 10 memories. Okay. Okay. So to create an object for a class by using new keyword. By using new keyword, you can create object for a class. So local variable syntax. So the object creation with a local variable syntax. So you know local variable syntax, right? Data type, right? Data type means class also one data type. So reference variable, assignment operator, new, class name, parenthesis, semicolon. So the right side one is the object. What is the right side one you call? It's a object. So we can call sorry guys. So mouse is moving on. So this is the one you need to understand this line very, very clearly. So this one is class name is your class. Then reference of object. This is the reference of object. Assignment operator. New class name parenthesis semicolon. Each one you need to understand. So this is the class name. Reference variable means any variable which is pointing to this object. That variable is called reference variable. We call this, or reference of object, we call this. And what value will store in this reference variable? The address of this object. So every object has one address, right, in the heap memory. One integer number will be there, every object. Now this one has one integer number. This you are assigning to which variable? This reference variable. That's the assignment operator I'm asking to understand. So this new class name will create one memory in the heap. So that a memory has an integer number. That memory has an integer number. So that you are assigning to this variable. That means this object address is storing here. So that's the meaning of all this. And a new keyword will create object for the class, and class name parenthesis. This is the default constructor. But this entire thing is called object. But only class name parenthesis is called default constructor. So everybody clear on this line? Each word, I will ask each person this, every word you have to explain. What is meant by each word? If you don't know, ask me again, I'll explain. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Or you want me to explain one more time?
One more time.
Okay. So this class name is a data type. What kind of data type? Class comes under which data type?
Non-primitive data types.
Non-primitive data type. And a reference variable. So this is the variable which is pointing to this object. And assignment operator. Assignment operator means what it will do? The right side value will be copied to this left side variable. That means this reference variable holds the address of this object. This entire thing, new class name parenthesis, is called object. Always, wherever you see new class name parenthesis, what you call that? Object, or an instance of a class. Object definition is an instance of a class is the definition. And so new is the keyword which creates object. And class name parenthesis is called default constructor. That's a complete line. And this variable contains the address of this object. The memory address, a heap memory address, it will store here. And all the variables will go and store in this address, in this memory. So then how to call then non-static variables and non-static methods? Reference variable dot non-static method. Reference variable dot non-static variable. So this is the any non-static stuff. If you want to call, you have to use this reference object. Reference object dot object reference you have to use. Object reference dot non-static method, non-static variable. Okay. So that's all about, and tomorrow